To perform an automatic calibration of the Gold 100, we will need the instrument itself, the cal station with instrument hose, and the calibration gas with regulators and cal adapters. This is a 4-gas instrument set up for natural gas, so we will need a bottle of 50% LEL methane and 100 parts per million carbon monoxide attached to both the black and yellow inlet of the cal station through a Y adapter. A bottle of 25 parts per million hydrogen sulfide attached to the orange inlet, a bottle of 100% by volume methane attached to the red inlet, and if this instrument were set up for propane, we would need a bottle of 50% LEL propane attached to the white inlet. To begin, power on the instrument by pressing and holding the A button. The model type and version number will be displayed, followed by a system check. The date and time will be displayed, along with the gas type, the serial number, and then the warm-up will begin. After the warm-up, the instrument will auto-zero and advance to the working display. Allow the instrument to warm up an additional 5 minutes before calibrating. After the instrument has completed its warm-up process, place the instrument in the cradle of the cal station, attach the instrument hose to the end of the gooseneck, and enter into the SMART-CAL mode by pressing and holding the A button for approximately 2 seconds. On the cal station, press and release the calibrate button, and the calibration process will begin. The instrument has been found. There will be a flow check, followed by a 60-second purge. After the purge is complete, the instrument will auto-zero and the calibration process will begin. In this case, 50% LEL methane is the first gas. The TC sensor, internal on the instrument, will be calibrated first, followed by the 2611 or LEL sensor at the end of the gooseneck. On the bottom line of the instrument display will be a number, which is the output of the sensor. This number is useful for reference when troubleshooting if any issues should occur. When this portion of the calibration is passed, data saved will be displayed on the instrument, and passed will be displayed on the cal station. Next is 100 parts per million CO. Followed by 25 parts per million H2S. Followed by 100% by volume methane. And finally a brief O2 test. Calibration is passed. We can exit out of the calibration mode on the cal station by pressing and releasing the calibrate or clear button, and exit out of the SMART-CAL mode on the instrument by pressing and releasing the A button, and finally removing our instrument hose from the end of the gooseneck. To automatically calibrate for propane, we need to change the gas type in the user menu. To access the menu, press and hold the B button, and scroll through the menu by pressing and releasing the C button until gas type appears. Select by pressing and releasing the B button, And if natural gas is selected on the screen, we can select propane by pressing and releasing the B button, and saving by pressing and releasing the A button, and again to return to the work display. To begin, place the instrument in the cal station cradle, attach the instrument hose to the end of the gooseneck, and enter into SMART-CAL mode by pressing and holding the A button for approximately 2 seconds and releasing. Press and release the calibrate button on the cal station, and the process will begin. Our device has been found. There will be a flow check, followed by a 60-second purge. After the purge is complete, the instrument will auto-zero and the calibration will begin. In this case, because the selected gas type of the Gold 100 is propane, the first calibration gas in the sequence is 100 parts per million CO. Once a stable reading has been achieved, data saved will be displayed on the screen of the instrument, and passed will be displayed on the cal station. The number on the display of the instrument is the raw output of the sensor, and is useful as a reference when troubleshooting if any issues should occur. Next is 25 parts per million H2S. And next is 1.1% by volume propane. There will be 2 separate calibrations for propane. First is the 2611 or LEL sensor at the end of the gooseneck. And next will be the internal TC sensor. Calibration is passed. We can now exit out of the calibration mode on the cal station by pressing and releasing the calibrate or clear button, and exit out of the SMART-CAL mode on the instrument by pressing and releasing the A button. And we can remove our instrument hose from the end of the gooseneck and allow the instrument to clear for 60 seconds or until the display readings are 0 before powering the instrument off. To verify the calibration date, enter into the user menu by pressing and holding the B button, and scroll through the menu by pressing and releasing the C button until Show Cal Log appears. Select by pressing and releasing the B button, and on the display we will have the most recent calibration date for each sensor. So in this case we have CO, and we can scroll through by pressing and releasing the C button to C, H2S, LEL, natural for 100% by volume methane, and propane. Pressing and releasing the C button again, we'll return to the user menu, and we can return to the working display by pressing and releasing the A button.